So we're going to start with some warm water, a little bit warmer than lukewarm, but not scalding hot. Put some water into the bowl. Got some warm water in there. I'm going to add some white sugar. Just going to eye it out. It's probably good. I'm going to mix that to dissolve the sugar. Next we're going to add some yeast. Kind of cover the top layer there. I'm going to let that yeast absorb some of that sugar water and start to bubble, probably about 15 minutes. Now that we can see the yeast is kind of foaming, but the top stuff is not getting any liquid, so we'll kind of just move it around here. Put that stuff in the water. There we go. So we're good and foamy now, a little bit too foamy, but that's okay. I'm going to start adding flour. Then I'm just going to add a decent amount of flour to start with. I'll add more in a bit. And also some salt. I'm just going to probably put a tablespoon in there. Just kind of liberally put it in there. Now just mixing this up. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it with your hands just by kneading. It's all going to mix up together, probably make a pretty sticky dough, and then we'll add some more flour to it. And that does have some salt in it now as well. Just going to push down the sides here to kind of mix everything in together. See, it's tacky now. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil into there. And just kind of add some flour as we go. So now we got our dough here. A little flour on the counter. Put that there. Some flour on your hands. We're just going to knead this. It's a little soft. We'll knead that down. And you'll probably knead for like a minute. And then you always want to knead it inwards. And when you finish, you kind of want to knead it into a ball, like such. So I just washed this out, put a little bit of olive oil in there. We're just going to place the dough back in there, cover it with saran wrap, and we're going to let that rise for about an hour. It'll probably double to almost triple in size. Oh, jeez. There we go. Yeah, that's that good and tight. And that's good to rise for an hour. Let's see, probably about triple in size now because we went for a walk and let it overproof a little bit. But we're going to take that out. It's going to shrink back down. And we're going to put it on a lightly oiled surface. Now we're going to cut pieces off about, just smaller than a tennis ball. I'd say it's about a baseball. And then we're going to knead that into itself a few times over until we get a nice little clean looking ball here. Always into itself, and then pinch at the bottom. That will go there. And we're going to repeat that for as much dough as we have. Now you see I got 3 doughs here. They're still going to need to rise a little bit, so you want to cover them. I'm just going to cover 2 because we're just making 2 pizzas. These will need about 20 minutes to rise. Cover them, saran loosely, enough space so when they do rise, they're not going to smash against each other. Third one, I'm just going to put in Tupperware and put that in the fridge. This will still rise, but at a slower rate in the fridge because it's cold. If it does rise too much, you just give it a bang and it'll kind of go down a bit. So that was a little bonus. You probably know how to make your own sauce, but mine's quite simple. It's just canned tomatoes that are strained with salt, pepper, sugar, basil, oregano, and garlic, and then I just blend that little bit so it's still chunky kind of, and then you got a good sauce there.
Okay. Are they big?
Always preheat your oven. If you don't know what to preheat it to, a good go-to is 420. Easy to remember. So you can see that the doughs have grown quite a bit. We'll take these off. Now to stretch them out, we're gonna flip them upside down and press our fingers in, pushing out. It's a very delicate dough. Probably need a little bit more oil on here. Like so. Then I'm going to transfer that. So it'll be mine to a well-oiled pan for that pan pizza style. And I'm going to push all the crust up to the side. Any little holes we get there, we can just fold back over. There we are. And then to properly sauce the pizza, you want a pretty hefty scoop. You go right in the middle. You're always going to work your way out. And you kind of want a little bit more bare in the middle so it's not so soggy. And then you just work your way around. And that's basically that. And I always do cheese first because I like my toppings to be cooked. That's a preference though. I always put a little bit of cheese on top of my toppings, what I call is pizza glue, but not a lot, just to keep the toppings in place. So we'll start with cheese, and then we'll just do whatever toppings we want from there. For a little bonus here, you don't have to do this. I like it. This little fat ass is garlic butter crust, so you just kind of brush your garlic butter onto there. I'll give your crust a nice crisp and also good flavor. Yeah, so that's just obviously garlic, butter, parsley, salt, pepper.
Obviously.
So we're just gonna pop these bitches in the oven now. It's 5:51. I usually just do it till they're cooked, but I'll make a note of what time I take them out for you. So we're probably halfway there, but we're gonna just take a spatula and kind of move the pizza around just so it doesn't stick. And then, yeah, just kind of move it around. And now we know it's not going to stick. And throw it back in the oven. I'll say the Laurens is done now, which you want to look for a nice golden brown bottom there. And we're just going to put that on the counter to cool. Mine being in a cast iron pan, it's taking a little bit longer to cook. As you can tell, the bottom is not golden brown, it's kind of still white. But in the cast iron pan, you get more of that pan crust where it's like rising nice and so fluffy. That's what you're looking for. So Laurens is cooling. It probably took 24 minutes to cook in total. So at 6:22, mine is done. Gotta let it cool. 6:22. What did I put that in at?
5:51.
5:51. So whatever that math is.
31 minutes.
31 minutes for mine, and it was like whatever I said for that one as well. See, mine's more of a pan crust, thicker crust, whereas Laurens was on a tray, so it's more of a thin crust pizza.